All right, more on that breaking news now. The White House withdrawing President Trump's nominee to lead the CDC. Dr. Dave Weldon was set to appear in front of the Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee this morning as part of the confirmation process. We've got Joe Khalil on the phone. Joe, he was set to testify, and then it seems as though the rug got pulled out from under the entire thing. Did anyone see this coming?
No, honestly, and this is something that we don't see very often, especially given the timing of this, like literally a few hours before his confirmation hearing was set to take place. So this is all breaking, Marni. We still don't have clarity from the White House yet as to why Dave Weldon's nomination was pulled. This is, again, only the second time that this has happened in this Trump administration. You had Matt Gaetz, which was obviously a very big news, his nomination pulled, and now this. And in the case of Matt Gaetz, it was just pretty clear he was not going to get the votes. I'm not sure that we had that certainty with Dave Weldon at all. Having said that, he wasn't exactly a non-controversial nominee. This is going to be the head of the Centers for Disease Control, and also somebody who had a history of doubting, of spreading vaccine skepticism. You know, this was someone who had actually been a member of the U.S. House for, I think, 7 terms. So he was very familiar with Washington, and during that time, he sponsored bills that would have, pushed to take mercury out of vaccines, and talked about that there are dangerous levels of mercury in childhood vaccines. And also, there was a deep level of pushing whether vaccines caused autism, which, again, the vast majority of the medical community says that there is not a link there. And he was very much advancing that narrative. So obviously those things were going to come up today. I had been in touch with senators on the Republican and Democratic side on this committee yesterday. We were doing some reporting in anticipation for this hearing, and we knew that those issues might come up. Obviously, we're dealing with cases of measles popping up around the country. So, I was asking the question to my sources, are those kinds of topics going to be put forward in front of Dave Weldon? And maybe that makes for some contentious moments in these hearings. But no one, I think, even yesterday, even the Republicans on the committee who have been in touch with the White House, they were talking to me hours ago, yesterday night, as if they were fully expecting a hearing where they have the nominee right in front of them. And now that Weldon has been polled, it's really unclear whether, we have an alternative, who is going to be the director of the Centers for Disease Control. I'm told the other nominees for the NIH and the FDA, those are continuing forward as normal. But this is not something that you see very often, a nominee pulled, let alone just before they're getting ready to come before a Senate committee. So very interesting here. I think the White House has some questions to answer on this front.
Yeah, quite a development. According to some reporting from Axios, Joe, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the health secretary, said that Weldon wasn't ready per some of the sources they're talking to. I'll let you keep digging on this, and then I know we'll be speaking again at the top of the hour. Joe Khalil in Washington. Joe, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.